all those players are dealing with the care side of it and not the housing side of it. So there's the housing, there's the what are called activities of daily living, ADLs,
Yeah.
which are not paid for in most cases by insurance companies. Medicaid does pay for them, but as a rule, commercial Medicare, they do not pay for them. Private Medicare, Medicare Advantage, private Medicare does often pay for these things for certain patients, although the Medicare Advantage rates have been cut by CMS for 20 going into 2025. And so therefore those benefits for Medicare Advantage that would have probably paid for some of these activities of daily living will probably be removed from Medicare because the benefits are being cut back because the rates are being cut back.
Yeah.
So as a rule, it goes back to your fundamental question, Michael, which is who's going to pay for it?
Yeah.
And when you come to sort of private duty home care, not the certified that's paid for by Medicare when you're recovering from a disease. You've gone to the hospital, you come out of the hospital, have a certified home care aide helping you. That is different than what is the people would call them. There's lots of names for them, personal care aides, whatever, that come in and help you with the activities of daily living. The only third party that pays for those personal care aides, as a rule, is Medicaid. Otherwise, it's self-pay,
Yeah.
and there's some exceptions where it's paid for by Medicare Advantage, private Medicare. But again, those exceptions I think are going to go away. So in that world, to your specific question, who pays for it? You do. Okay,
Yeah.
unless you're Medicaid eligible, you're going to do it, or you or your kids or whomever is going to pay for it. It's private pay, and that's not an inexpensive cost. If you have 8 hours a day or 24 hours a day of coverage, that becomes very expensive very quickly,
Do you have
meaning
any idea of the
tens or
cost?
hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
Tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Wow. That's a staggering amount of money, especially when you look at the, average North American. All the
Yep.
wealth is in their home. A lot of them don't have outside wealth outside what's tied up in their home. And this is
Right.
just a statistic that's well known. I think it's something like 95% of North Americans have all their wealth tied up in their home.
Yeah.
So they don't have a reservoir of cash sitting there. So that makes that difficult from that perspective, because if you're talking tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars, you can burn through that pretty quickly.
Well, if you just do simple math,
Yeah.
that a personal care aide if they get $15 an hour, which is a very reasonable number,
Yeah.
that is over $30,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's for a 40-hour week.
Yeah.
Okay, they could easily do 3 times that if it's full care 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
So, and even there might be a shift differential. So that all of a sudden, that was 31.2 for 40 hours a week at $15 an hour for a full year. So now all of a sudden you multiply it times 3 shifts a day, and then if you have a shift differential, you're already into $100 plus $1,000.